Hi everyone, my name is Allessandra Romano, and today I'm going to be talking to you about physical development in infants and toddlers. Let's get started. So to start off, basic question, what is physical development? This is the process of growth and changes in the body. It involves development of motor skills, muscle coordination, and sensory capabilities. First off, we have the large muscles, which involve your gross motor skills like running, jumping, and climbing. Then we have your small muscles, which have to do with your fine motor skills like writing, using utensils, buttoning up your shirt, stuff like that. And this stage of development is very critical during the first 3 years of a child's life. Now we have growth and brain development. So infants do grow incredibly fast. Within the first year of their life, their weight has tripled, and by the age 2, their brain size has already doubled. And everyday experiences for these children really do help, build their brain connections and support their movement and learning. So this can be something like just being talked to by a parent, caregiver, stranger in the street, being touched, being played with, all of that stuff. And as you can see on this slide, we have a little kind of milestone chart, which I'll talk more about in the next slide. But you have raising their head by 2 months, starting to roll over by 2 months and 8ths, sitting up by 4 months, sitting without support by 5.5 months, standing while holding on to someone or something, being able to pull themselves up, walking and holding furniture as they do it by 9 months, beginning to crawl and creep, by 10 months, and then standing alone by 11.5, and finally walking without assistance by about a year and a half. So these are some of the major milestones again. So we have a little chart over here. So by 6 months, the child should be rolling and sitting up with some support. By 12 months, a year, the child should be able to start standing with or without support and taking their first steps. Within 2 years, they should already be running, kicking a ball, all that fun stuff. And then 3 years is when they really start to evolve a lot more. They start climbing and start using their fine motor skills to draw simple shapes and stuff. Okay, next slide. So these are some ways that you're going to be able to support your child's development. So you can encourage tummy time, provide safe spaces for them to explore in, offer good nutrition and rest, and celebrate those milestones. Like when they walk for the first time, you really got to show them they're doing good, because then they're going to want to continue to do that. And I think one important thing for all parents and caregivers to know is that every child develops at their own pace. Like a parent's first child might be walking a lot sooner than their second. That doesn't mean they're behind. That just means they're developing at their own pace. And then finally we have cultural influences. So child rearing practices like carrying the child, handling them, daily routines, which are helping shape their muscle strength and posture. Next we have feeding traditions like breastfeeding, bottle feeding, diet, timing of when they're about to give their child solid foods for the first time. Then we have play and movement. I think this is a very crucial one in a child's development, because it gives the child opportunities for exploration or restriction depending on what the parent or caregiver wants, which is really going to influence the motor skill development there. Parental expectations, so different cultures, depends on when they believe their child, should sit, walk, and feed themselves. And then finally, environment and health, so access to nutrition, space, and healthcare, those really support or limit the child's development. And that's going to be all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.